Your spiritual awakening has put a target on your head. Now everybody's watching. Now, I want to be very precise when I talk about what a spiritual awakening actually is. Because somehow down the road, the word spiritual can mean many, many things. And, you know, I got to be very, very clear of what I'm talking about. See, everybody who claim they spiritual don't mean they of the Most High. Everybody who claim they spiritual, that doesn't mean they following the rules and tenets written up in the Bible. Just because somebody claim they spiritual don't mean that they encompass morality in any level. See, you got a lot of witches and warlocks, meat suits and demons who are very spiritual people. So obviously that's not what I'm talking about in this video. What I'm discussing is people who have taken the road less traveled, people who embrace moral, dietary, ceremonial laws that are in the book. Because at the end of the day, those who follow the book, the Bible, those are going to be the ones who are outcasted in society in these last days, and already are outcasted in society. Right now, a lot of God's people are frowned upon. A lot of people who live by fundamental Judeo-Christian values are looked at as being Bible thumpers and looked at as being crazy. Now, of course, you know, you got a lot of hypocrites out there. You got a lot of Christians who are lukewarm. You got a lot of people who stage play. You got a lot of people who really not honoring the rules and regulations of the book. They show a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. You got a lot of those people. So make no mistake about it. But when you are one who is true and you're willing to go the distance, you're willing to really put yourself on the line. You're an individual who've made a lot of sacrifices in your life, meaning, look, you was willing to let go of friends, family, colleagues, associates. No matter who it is, you was willing to let them go. Why? Because of your relationship with the Creator. You was not going to allow anything to hinder your walk. Now, all of a sudden, there's a target on your back. There's a target on your head. Everybody's watching. Some of y'all got a target on y'all head before you even realize that you're awakening. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's watching. See, brothers and sisters, you would be surprised how many people are actually watching you. You'll be surprised. It could be on a government level. It'll be friends and family watching that you don't know is watching. Co-workers watching. Everybody's watching. The streets is watching you because of this awakening. And they're saying to themselves, we have one that can see. We have one that can see. And you're not supposed to see. The education system was designed to keep you blinded. The predictive programming through movies was designed to keep you blinded. The news media was designed to keep you blinded. But for some reason, you're thinking outside of the box. You were never meant to see. You were supposed to remain dormant and docile like the rest of society. And now that you can see, you have a lot of opposition to face now. Now there's a lot of Agent Smiths. Welcome to the war. You now become everybody's entertainment because they're waiting to see your downfall. You're like a gladiator in the terror dome at this point, where everybody is gazing into your life like it's the Truman Show. And they're entertained. Meanwhile, they're not even living right. They got a lot of negative to speak about you. Meanwhile, they're not honoring God's rules, regulations. Why? They're not willing to go down that Damascus road. They're not willing to lose people. They got to remain in good graces with the mass majority. See, you were bold enough to step outside the confines of that matrix. You didn't give a damn about being accepted and approved of. And listen, a lot of people can't relate to that. They can't relate to you anymore. So they're watching because they fear what they don't understand. They just don't get it. They not tapped into the source. The Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 tells you that these people will watch you with despitefulness and with torture, and say to themselves, they will reason with themselves but not aright. And they will say, if this person claimed to be righteous, if this person claimed to be a child of the Lord, let's see if their words be true. Let's cut them off at every corner. Let's put them on organized mobbing, gang stalking list. Let's put them under surveillance. Let's make everyday mundane task difficult for them. Let's make it hard for them to survive. Let's make it hard for them to keep a job. Let's make it hard for them to keep an apartment, keep a house. Let's send perpetrators and agents around them to test their patience. Let's get people in the streets to gaslight them. There's whole companies that are designed for this type of espionage and this type of human trolling. There's literally companies that's on Indeed.com that people fill in applications for human trolling. To watch you. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound real. It doesn't sound real at all. But not only that, on the positive side, there's more people who are going to gravitate towards you because they can see the courage. They can see the strength, the stoicism, the valor. So they'll begin to gravitate too. But here's where things get tricky, because the Bible says you got to stay away from the appearance of evil. So what that means is now you got a lot of other people who are following. Even if you don't know it, brothers and sisters, they're watching. Even if you don't know that you're having a positive influence on those around you, you truly are. And if you're not living right, if you're making mistakes, although you may be a righteous person that fell short, if it's seen by others, you can cause them to be a stumbling block. So now you got to develop a certain character. And I don't mean play a character, I mean develop actual character. You have to actually walk upright. Some of you are forced into leadership, and you got to accept it and walk the walk. Why? Because the Most High chose you for that. Some of y'all are the leaders of your family. Some of y'all are leaders at the workplace. Some of y'all are leaders in your communities. And for some reason, your entire life, people always looked up to y'all. Your entire life, you had this burden where people will follow your lead. Listen, the Most High gave you that. Now you're going to have to walk upright and accept it. A lot of people don't want to accept that position. But to shun that position is to disregard your purpose. I'm talking to somebody today. It's a reason why they always been watching from day one with some of y'all. Listen, when you come into this awakening, knowing who you are, understanding the natural order of things, understanding that it's Christ over the man over the woman, the Most High over Christ, understanding that order, following the biblical rules, taking care of your temple, doing right by others. When you start doing it, everybody gonna watch. Why? Because the mass majority not doing that. The mass majority operating on low vibrations, low frequencies. And you become an energy source. Therefore, you begin to attract narcissists, energy vampires, devils, demons, witches, warlocks. They all watching, trying to figure out how they can get you off your basis, off your purpose. Trying to figure out how they can stop you from fulfilling prophecy, breaking generational curses. Oh, they gunning for you. Now the devil throwing everything at you, including the damn kitchen sink. Sending minions here and there, left and right. Every time you reach a new level, here comes some new devils, some new demons. Here comes Satan summoning the witches to grab the tarot cards. Because y'all, it's a spiritual warfare. You are in a war. And it's good versus evil. Even if you're a person who not really into the Bible like that, you're not that deep into it, but you got to know there's good versus evil. You got to know that there's people who are working for the kingdom of darkness, and there's a very select few who are working and striving diligently to circumvent the attacks from the enemy and the impositions. And Satan don't take no days off. So neither can we. We got to be on point every day. Because they watching. Everybody's watching, waiting to see you fall. And some of them get antsy. And they begin to send the temptations your direction. Now you got these plants that's coming among you, trying to entice you with former sins or former vices that you may have had. You got to look out for them. They're being sent by Satan. They're watching that you've been on a straight and narrow. They're watching that you've been eating right. You haven't been smoking marijuana. You haven't been frequenting certain areas, certain environments. They see what you got going on. Some of them see it in the spiritual realm, like, hold on, there's a shift going on. This person is going in the right direction. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a very balanced person. It's okay to go out and have a good time. It's okay to live your life. But what I'm talking about is when you literally break free from the demonic strongholds that was stagnant to you. See, some people out here in this life, they understand that balance. And some people once understood the balance, but when they get out there in the world, they start being pulled towards the left-hand side, and they have to bounce back. But them demons, them witches, them warlocks, those people who call themselves friends, they know they can feel the spiritual shift that, yo, this person's changing. A lot of them don't want to see your growth. But what choice do y'all have? What are you going to do? Get back on your phone? Call some of the same people you used to call that you know ain't no good? What you going to do? You going to be weak and go backwards? Or are you going to grow? You're going to be weak and be enticed by the devil just because they give you the slightest temptations? You're going to just jump back in the world and be weak? No, you got to stand 10 toes down and keep it moving. Yeah, they're going to watch. They're going to watch you every step of the way. What are you going to do? This is about your future. This is about you breaking generational curses. This is about you advancing. This is about you being used as a willing vessel by the Most High. What are you going to do? They're going to watch. The pressure's on now. Like they said on Menace to Society, the hunt is on. Y'all remember that scene? The hunt is on. That's how it is when you wake up. It's go time now. Ain't no time for the weak garbage. Yeah, they watching. Let me tell y'all something. I got lately I've been putting out a lot of very informative material on the up and up, challenging people's perceptions, and really doing a lot of motivating out here these days. And I realized that that's a big part of my purpose because, you know, I've been in some dark places, and I don't want to make this about myself, but the way that I talk and speak to you all, that's how the Most High spoke to me when it was time to get on the good foot and do what's necessary. But I noticed when you reaching new levels, even if it don't mean you getting all these blessings or whatever the case may be, meaning don't mean you getting new things and material possessions, because, you know, new levels to a lot of people means that you making more money, or you getting nice things, or that's not, when I say I'm leveling up, it don't have nothing to do with material things. The level up is a spiritual leveling up, and I notice there's new devils. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the religious community, the religious folks will really surprise you. They will really surprise you. Because these are the people who really are full of hatred, full of demons. And when you are genuine about the word of the Most High, you'll find out that when you're being real about it, it uncovers that they're just stage playing, that they're being fake, that they don't even really believe in what they say. Or they'll show that they really don't have no real love in their hearts, and their hate will show. And they can't help it. So that's something you gotta look out for. Just because you may be leveling up. Yo, if you in one of these church settings, let's use this as for an example. Start to ask the pastor certain questions that challenge their doctrine. Start being inquisitive in these churches. Watch every demon in that church start murmuring about you. Watch everybody in those churches start moving different. Now all of a sudden you being isolated. Now you under a microscope. You're being observed by the entire congregation. Why? Because you're challenging the pastor and their doctrine, and something ain't sitting right, something ain't feeling right. You asking the pastor, you asking the preacher about who our identity is. You know, we talking about those of the diaspora. You asking about who the biblical Israelites are. You're asking about what the mark of the beast is. You asking about what's going on in these end times. You're asking about politics. Should we be voting? You know, you're going to the pastor. You want answers. And all you get in return is people watching you, putting you under a microscope, making you an enemy, talking about you behind your back, poking while you walking, sending spies to go eat dinner with you and your family. They'll do stuff like that. Y'all better watch. It's a lot of monitoring spirits. And people be thinking it's a conspiracy. No, there's a target on the back and on the head of those who are chosen, who can see. Let me tell you something. When the you know what went through the veins of the people, when that went through the veins of the people, check this out. There's ultraviolet lights on city streets right now in most cities that can see who got the you know what and who didn't. Literally. There's cameras in the lights that can see who got the juice flowing through their veins and who don't. This whole society is designed to get a track on everybody, each and every citizen. You know why? Because Satan, the devil, he's a control freak. He wants to be like the Most High, but the Most High give us free will. Satan want to take away free will. But he wants to have the knowledge of us the same way the Most High have the knowledge of us. So this whole system is a surveillance state. In America, you living in a surveillance state. The UK, also the UK is real bad. A lot of the European countries, they're watching the citizens. And believe it or not, you might not know this, but there's already a social credit score system. There's already a social credit system. And they're using social media to accumulate that system. To see who believe in what, who don't believe in this. And why y'all think they took the dislike button away on YouTube? Why you think they took the dislike button away? Because when these politicians telling lies, when they getting on stage, when the news is saying some BS, there was too many people thumbing the video down. That means there is a mass awakening. There was too many people thumbing the videos down, and they don't want the rest of the world to be inspired or influenced by the thumbs down. Because they want to control us. Man, we cooking with gas today, bro. Somebody says, that's me and my daughter. It's a scam. I saw them on Elevation Church, Coffee Fam chat. So I don't know what that is. You know, you got to be clear. You're talking about something that don't nobody know nothing about. Shout out to Sean the Navigator. Shout out to all the moderators. Y'all doing an amazing job keeping the chat in line. Somebody says, can you help me? Maybe I am confused. Shout out to Brainwaves in the building. Salute. Somebody said, you cooking with gas today, Breed, man. All praises to the Most High. Somebody said, my neighbor watch me and you. Says, my neighbor watch me and you. Hear the whispers like, there she go. They stop what they're doing to watch me. I just survived a family attack, a demonic attack in May. Right, and I'm gonna tell you, they will stop everything they're doing to come outside, distract you, watch you, try to get your attention. It's very, very weird behavior, but there's a lot of people who get hacked out there. Because you gotta understand, a lot of these people are they're under scrutiny by the devil. Shout out to, let's see, Clones and Cloaks. Shout out Clones and Cloaks in the building. He says, I had that same dream about the people who are in the new world. That Job Corp stuff is going to be real. I did a video on it. Yeah, for those who don't know what he's talking about, my previous broadcast, which I'll just briefly run it down. I had this dream, like right now they sending all kind of people outside. If y'all can still hear me, put a 1 in the chat. I'll take a walk here in a minute if it's too loud. But what he's talking about is I had this dream that they're gonna make everybody pay their debts off by working in actual camps. By working in actual camps. I'm gonna do some walking. I don't have my selfie stick, so y'all gotta excuse the camera view. But long as y'all hear me, we good to go. Yeah, you know, that's what we were just talking about, right? It's amazing when they do stuff like that because y'all get to see it in real time. Y'all get to see it in real time. It's like, listen, man, when we have these videos like this, y'all gotta understand that noise campaigns are real, and the reason it happens is because something in the spiritual realm is being broke. And when I mean broke, I'm talking about we're able to really influence, the power to really break the demonic strongholds, and they don't like it. So what I'm telling y'all, essentially, is going to get you on the up and up, right? Let me see. Somebody in the chat says, dealing with homosexuality while being gang stalked, I was doing good on semen retention still, but it's like they sent someone to throw me off. I'm really trying. Well, with any sin that you are battling with, let's make this very clear. You got to cut off every single person, thing that's associated with that sin. Do you understand? That means evil communication corrupt good manners. So whatever sin that you're battling with, you got to keep in mind that you can't keep those entities and people around you, because your soul is at hand. Your soul is at hand. But when you come into this truth, man, everybody is watching. Somebody said, love the dog tooth scarf. Absolutely. These scarves actually keep you more cool because it keeps that sun from beaming off your neck. A lot of heat hits your neck when you outdoors, and it's a scorcher out here in Atlanta. Let me see if I turn this. Will it? Nope, it's locked. All right. Somebody said most people around us are wicked monsters. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand, man. The devil's using a lot of people, and he's using them against those who can see. One thing that you can learn, and again, I apologize for the camera view. I don't have my selfie stick, so I got to use my hand. I had to jump up and run because for those just joining, all of the perps, I don't want to call them perps, but you know, it is what it is. They being used by something. When you can see somebody streaming and you just interrupt that, you know, that happens all the time. Let's see. Got a nice little peaceful area here. Yeah. Says yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Like, they're all watching. They're always watching. Says, since no one who is watching me is entitled to my life, my personal business, or my privacy, they all liable to catch those restraining orders. Yeah, but you know, you got to understand, when you awake to this truth, you got people watching that you don't even know is watching. You got people who are observing your every step, your every move. Matter of fact, the book of Thessalonians tells us that they will haunt our steps. Somebody said, I wish you had more subscribers to spread your message to. Hey, well, it's up to y'all to make sure that I get more subscribers to spread the message to by liking the video, sharing my material, and that's how you actually can help that happen. New breed, why no body cam? I don't know what you mean by that, but Andrew Ratcliffe said it right. FBI, CIA, military, they all, listen, they've always watched our community. And if y'all can just hit the like button right now, we can get this up over 1,000 right now in the building. Somebody said, I had somebody tell me how was last night, and I don't even know them. Yeah, that's very crazy stuff there. Yeah, you're in the matrix. You're in the matrix, and there's a lot of Agent Smiths that are designed to stop you. This is why everything could be going smooth. Everything can be on the up and up, and all of a sudden a distraction comes. All of a sudden, one of these damn 2/3 unrepentant maniacs gets summoned out of the belly of hell to cause disruptions in your life. Why? Because they was watching. And a lot of them were just waiting on the train wreck. And this is why I look, brothers and sisters, you got to be on point these days. Zona Kid says, watching at work. Can't pay attention to the chat. It's all good, fam. I see you in the building. Somebody said, what's the point of always watching something? Well, there's several reasons they do this. Let me break this down to you, right? Some of you all are being watched by your neighbors, people around you, people close to you, because they actually want to weigh in, and they're trying to muster up the courage to either challenge you, trigger you, start something with you. So they will do little things, little weird things to get close to you. They can't just go live their life and ignore you. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's because it's threatened. They're threatened by your presence alone. Some of y'all in high school watching right now. And you wondering why it's some individual that just can't stay away from you, bothering you. They may be popular. They may be popular, right? Let's use this as an example. They may be popular. And everybody seems to like them, but for some reason, they got all this attention on you to bother your existence. You ain't even worried about it. You just living your life. But why is that? Why are they watching? Because there's something in you that they can see that they're envious of. They're jealous of it. There's a certain strength that you have that they are literally jealous of. And somebody said it right. It's because we have the Most High in us. It's because that light is there. And it's not on us, it's in us. They feel the presence of the Creator. They feel the presence of the Almighty. Somebody says, I'm trying to give up alcohol at least for an extended period of time to be more sober and vigilant, not pervert my mindset when it comes to women. 55 plus days retention, 15 months, no corn. Man, yeah, hey, shout out to brother BD Jack, who's been on a long stride, who, hey, that's commendable, fam. That's a good thing right there. See, this is what it's supposed to be. Somebody said prophetic dreams. Yep. Somebody said alcohol is literally spirits. Yes, it's true. That's why you're not supposed to overindulge in alcohol. Mike Random, thanks for the $5 contribution, says, be warned, caught a young woman recording me on her phone at the grocery store this week. Oh, yeah, they'll do things like that. They definitely will do things like that. I'm telling you right now. Since your awakening, things have changed. See, there's a seal that comes over God's people. There's a light. And this light that comes after you wake up This light is a way of the angels, the angelic forces, communicating with the Most High. They can see you. See, the Most High sent angels too to protect you. See, you know, we bring balance to it. Yes, there's a lot of demons. There's a lot of witches, warlocks, necromancers, diviners, hateful people, jealous individuals. But there's also protection that the Most High summons and he sends among his people once you awaken. Because you become a prized possession. You become an investment of the Most High. Yeah, Psalms 91. And Revelations, the book of Revelations tell you about the seal of God too. See, everything I'm saying right now is Bible based. Yeah, you gotta watch out for your surroundings. Someone says some people can't even look you in the eye. It's amazing to know you have a purpose for the Most High. Right, that's true. Sometimes there's people watching, don't know what to say because they may be intimidated by the righteousness. Sean the Navigator shares Luke 17:21 says, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. It's within you. How many of y'all believe that? By show of ones, how many of y'all believe the kingdom of God is within you? Because that's Bible. I want to know. I want to make sure I'm building with the most like-minded people possible. I want to make sure that we all on the cutting edge and that we all know who we are and we all not taking no shorts out here. We all going to take our rightful position. That's what I need to know. I need to know that we all know the kingdom of the Most High is within us. And everything that we touch is going to be great. It's going to turn into gold. That's the type of talk I like. That's the type of people I want to be around. You understand me? People ain't out here taking no shorts off nobody because they know who they are. Nashan, thanks for that scripture. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. That's right. That's right. You can have, listen, you got whole towns, thousands of people watching you, plotting, strategizing. Do you know how many of y'all survived assassination attempts? I want y'all to think about that. Do you know how many of you all survived assassination attempts and you don't even know it? I'm talking about there's people who tried to poison y'all. There's people who, you know, was going to get in that car and pull up on you, but it never happened. It was people sending energy weapons your direction, believe it or not, trying to get you to have self-deletion thoughts. Oh, y'all don't think they got the technology for that? Y'all don't think that we in a real war right now? They got all kind of weaponry and frequencies. Look, you look it up. All you got to do is, I want you to research DARPA. Why y'all think Satan got all these damn devices? Now, Bible says, hey, make no mistake about it, we not ignorant of his devices. We know he got instruments. You know how many times the devil tried to kill? Listen, what have I told y'all? The devil tries to kill y'all every day. It's nothing more that he would like to steal your life every single day. You know how many times he tries to hack somebody on the road to cause a car accident to take you out? How many of you are who've been targeted out here, who've been rear-ended in multiple car accidents? You think that happened by chance? No, the devil sent an entity to try to take you out. How many of y'all been in car accidents, been rear-ended, ain't have a scratch on you, ain't have no pain, no nothing? See, the Most High be fighting for us. The Most High be fighting for us, straight like that. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful. He will establish you and guard you against the evil ones. Strong and courageous. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, everybody's watching, but the Most High is guarding you. To me, knowing how much protection the Almighty has for me, that makes me want to dedicate my life to living for Him. That makes me want to dedicate my life to doing the right thing. That makes me want to teach my children the ways of the Father so they can have this type of protection. Somebody said, I had a car accident in front of me. Did somebody remove that person's comment? Somebody says, I ain't gonna lie. Before I was in the truth, I drove when I wasn't supposed to. And how I made it out multiple times is beyond me. Right? Somebody said, I'm battling smoking vape. Hey, listen, everybody who's battling, this is what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna drop a nugget on you. It's two things that you need to do. Check out the people around you. Make sure there's nothing but quality people around you. And if there's people of low quality, remove them out of your life. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times your bad habits be connected to spirits that other people have, and you don't even realize it. Number two, I need you to replace that bad habit with something good. When you notice that you're ready to vape, or you watching porn, or you doing certain things that you know you ain't supposed to do, I want you to replace that with something else. Take a walk. Do some push-ups. Drink a bottle of water. Read your Bible. These are things that you can do. Hit up the gym, but like, you know what? This idle time got me ready to do X, Y, and Z. Go find yourself a good dopamine release, because listen, everybody walking around dopamine addicts right now. Fasting also helps. Prayer helps. Keep in mind, the scripture says that the Most High doesn't tempt his people. Satan does, but the Most High make a way out of that temptation. Yeah, hit the gym for about an hour. Jeremiah 24:7. And I will give them an heart to know me, that I am the Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, for they shall return unto me with their whole heart. This is a fact. And that's what happens when you awaken. So look, when you hear all these other content creators on here talking about spiritual awakening, I need you to really dig deep of what they're talking about. What do they mean spiritual? Because you got a lot of secular witches and warlocks who like to use chosen ones, and they like to use certain vernacular. But in actuality, they're part of the hive. They're part of the demons. Somebody said, that's right, you got to stay busy. And there go the scripture I was looking for. Sean the Navigator, 1 Corinthians 10:13. There have no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. There's no temptation that is not common to man. Which means every man or woman is enticed by something. There's that one vice. It's all common, whether it be gluttony, perversion, anxiety, that's a sin too. Depression, being fearful, having doubt, those things are sins too. Very underestimated sins. But The Lord says you are not tempted above what you are unable to handle. That means you don't have no excuse. With that temptation, you're strong enough and bold enough to overcome it. But you have to be able to read this word. See, if you get tempted and you actually read that, you just spoke it into the atmosphere. You just spoke that I'm strong enough to overcome this. And guess what? It becomes a reality. Because life and death lie in the power of the tongue. It ain't no sin that's gonna keep me in bondage. If I fall short of the glory, I'm coming up out of that. I'm coming up out of that rat hole. I'm coming up out of there. That's how you gotta talk. Look, I'm a soldier for the Most High. I'm not finna let sin take me away from paradise. I'm not finna let sin take me away from something great, my blessing. I'm not finna let my flesh win a battle that my spirit is willing to fight. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna throw away my whole life for some demonic vice that's supposed to keep me down. Not happening. Philippians 4:13, I could do all things through him who gives me strength. You hear that? To all the witches, warlocks, gang stalkers, perps, religious zealots, Bible gangsters. All of you damn, you hear me, you mockers and you scoffers and you damn trolls out here, you hear me? And it's, hey, look, the way I'm talking is how you got to talk to them, y'all. Ain't no weapon formed against thee shall ever prosper. And with the Most High blessed, let no man curse. You touch not the Most High's anointed. You come against our people, make no mistake about this. You're digging your own grave. You're playing a dangerous game with yourself. And they can watch all they want. And they like to peep and they like to mutter. They like to sow discord and they like to plant seeds of doubt. They like to turn people against y'all and all of the above. And you're going to have to keep on marching 10 toes down. In this truth, not letting no sin stand in your way. Not letting nothing stand in your way. And they're going to have to view you from a distance because the Most High going to take you so far away from these people, they can't even hardly see you. They're going to have to view you from a distance. Because they ain't allowed to go where you going because they ain't prepared for it. That's why, listen, that's why some people will be with you all the way to when you about to win that race. And then as soon as you get to the finish line, they get removed out of your life because they didn't deserve the blessing. Because they wasn't with you the whole time. They were just latched on to you. They didn't deserve that blessing. The Most High wasn't going to let them get that reward. And he wanted to show you how well these people are at being chameleons. He wanted to show you how well they are at being insurgents and being spies. The Lord had to show you that these people are good. These people are good, boy. They know how to get close. They know how to use flattery. Them spiritual parasites know how to nestle their way in. You'll be almost at the damn finish line and then find out the Lord will be like, nope. I just wanted to show you how good these people can be. So next time you look out for the signs. Yeah, they got assassin spirits. Oh, that's happened so many times in this walk. It's like, oh, okay. So when that happens, you better start counting it all joy. When that happens, you better count it all joy. Be like, you know what? Lord, I get what you were showing me. You was trying to show me that these people are good. These people know how to nestle their way in. Ain't no reason why likes ain't over 1,000. Let's get it. Ain't no reason why it ain't. Let's show how they play with the numbers over here. Let me see here. Somebody says, I'm good on the whole neighborhood. We can't kick it. It be like that. Proverbs 12:13, the wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. That's it. That's it. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, meaning they're going to expose themselves by their mouths. They're going to say something and the cat's going to be out the bag. They're going to expose who they are, but y'all going to have to pay attention. When they expose it, you got to pay attention, because sometimes us being empathetic, compassionate people, we try to be very understanding people. There'll be people in your lives that they'll tell you that they're your enemy. You're just not listening. I said they'll tell you their intentions, but you're not listening. And then when it happened, you want to act like you didn't have no warning. No, they told you what it is. Just like I was watching this video where this lady, she did her husband dirty. I mean, she did this man dirty. Went and smashed a homeboy because the husband lost his job and he wasn't able to get another job within a month's time, and asked his wife to pick up the rent. And she had a problem with that. She ran to the best friend and slept with him, right? Because that's what these damn Jezebels be doing. They move like that. She quote unquote said, from the beginning of the relationship, she told his brother, my money is my money and your money is our money. Now, women say stuff like that jokingly. You think that woman's playing because she looking cute and she's batting her eyes at you and giving you the time of the day. Now, that woman just told you. We don't play like that. That's why you got to be very, very stern with some of these women out here y'all brothers be dating. But she told him. She told him in a joking way. So that's the point I'm trying to make here is this, right? The devil is a liar, but the devil has to tell you the truth in a manipulative way. They have to tell you the truth in a manipulative way. Just like, you might be having some coworkers and all of that. Or you might have somebody in your family that say things like, oh, I'm jealous of you. What the hell you mean you jealous of me? You ever heard somebody say that? Oh, they say that, but they say it jokingly, like, I'm oh man, you did what? You got what? I'm jealous of you. Ladies, y'all better be careful when you hear somebody say something like that. She mean that. When a woman say, you so pretty, I'm jealous of you. Damn it, she just told you. She just told you. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all not listening. You laugh it off, still want to hang with her, and she really want to peel your skin off your face and wear it like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, the Bible tell you jealousy is cruel as the grave. Words mean something to me. Ain't that what the Bible say? Jealousy is cruel as the grave. That means something. Words mean something. You better be careful what people are projecting. Somebody said you got to take women's words serious. You damn right. You got to take it serious. But I'm telling y'all, man, when you wake up, it's all eyes on you. You're in a war now. And here's the crazy part about Babylon. Especially with you righteous brothers out here. This is how weird it is, right? Listen to what I'm about to say. So, peep this, right? They all watching you, but they know how to put on a front like they're ignoring you. I said they're all watching you, but they like to front like they're ignoring you. Why? Why do they do that? They like to make you feel like you don't exist, but in actuality, you're a target. Ain't that some high-level, manipulative, spiritual, crazy stuff that I just said? I know, that's real Truman Show stuff right there. But that's how it is. And a lot of brothers know exactly what I'm talking about, especially in America. They, you know, when you go into various places, you expect customer service, you expect, you know, a certain treatment. It's like you brothers will be standing there, they act like you're not even there. But they all see you, they all watching. They all know the light that you bear. Especially in this feminist culture where men are few and far between. Men are like pure gold these days. These women know when there's a real man present. They know when there's a man of the Most High present. But their feminist ways make it so they can't acknowledge you. Their feminist ways make it so if I acknowledge this person, I'm actually being feminine. They don't want to do that. It's just the truth. All the brothers can vouch. They know what I'm talking about. All the brothers know exactly what I'm talking about. They want to act like you don't exist, but they look at you like an enemy. How does that make sense? I'm telling you, it's a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war. And you know the crazy part? I didn't really notice this until I left the country. What I just told y'all about, they know you there, but they ignore you, but they all watching. Until I went to another country, until I went to Africa, I realized that, yo, there's a spirit in America. There's a Babylonian harlot, whore, wicked, perverse, demonic spirit here where they don't respect masculinity. They don't respect men at all in this country. They really don't. And it's like there's a Lilith spirit. There's a heavy Lilith spirit. And I didn't really see it as much until I left the country and came back like, yo, it's real, fam. The Lilith spirit in America is real. Like they really hate men, yo. They really hate masculinity. They hate correction. They hate order. They hate righteousness. They hate authority. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a very rebellious spirit. But they steady watching you because the witches gotta watch. The warlocks gotta watch because most of these warlocks and wizards, let's make no mistake about it. These warlocks and wizards, they are all for feminism. They are all for feminism. Reason being is because they like to operate in spectrums of darkness where they can manipulate the infrastructure. The wizards like to manipulate and expose the deficiencies of the feminism. So they like it. They like hackers. Okay, they see the feminism. They know how to appease to the women and all of these things. That's why you gotta be careful with people who always talking this spiritual talk, but they not talking biblical order talk. Because real spirituality is this word. Well, men standing on principle. Well, we lead in our households. Platonic family is real spirituality. When man and woman come together and create life. That's real spirituality. It don't get no more spiritual than when a baby is born. And you can't get life from two men or two women, but that's what society wants. Matter of fact, there's been a recent study shown that when that seed first hit the egg, a light goes off. They put a camera in a woman and the light went off. So when the light went off around her egg, it lit up. It was like a lightning bug. It just lit up. When light happens, life happens. So if I'm sharing light with y'all, if I'm so-called bringing light to you, I'm bringing life to you. When I'm bringing life, when I'm shedding light on situations, I'm bringing life. And y'all got to understand, y'all light beings. You were since your insemination. Yeah, it's an electric spark. Telling you, man. Yeah, the Most High is amazing. That's a fact. Man, we over here cooking with gas today, man. What's going on? Man, I got some new music that I'm working on, man. I know a lot of y'all really enjoy the material I put out over there. New Breed Universal ENT, go and subscribe because I'm considering going live over there later on. I got something I want to bring out, perhaps today or sometime soon. As well as, you know, I want to have a music stream at some point to kind of break down my songs, you know what I'm saying? Break down the inspiration of them, what they mean, you know, and really do what we do. And for everybody who support my music, man, one love to y'all, man. The people who always in the comment section commenting over there, keeping me motivated to keep putting out music, man. That is a blessing. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. It's a gift from the Most High. And a lot of work goes into it. Yeah, man. So, man, peace and blessings to everybody. It's been a good one. Hopefully, y'all, this video got you more on point. And you looking at those around you, and you understanding that the hunt is on. You become a target, but the Most High got you. Don't have no fear. Just keep your foot on the pedal and keep it moving. One love, shalom, and peace.